Hi there, guys. So, this next video, um, let's see, where do I want to start? I actually had started this video yesterday, got interrupted, and I'm having to do it over today. But it's about a topic I ain't never heard nobody talk about, but it's one of the many 10,000 things that go through my head every day. It's just, I have a hugely, um, I got a really, really big imagination, and there are just so many things that go across my head and my mind, and this is one of them. And kind of trying to figure out where to start, but we have a real problem. We have a problem in America, but we have a real special problem in the Black community. The reason that I say it like that is because and I feel like I can say this because I've been a Black woman for quite a while. I was raised and grew up in the Black community around Black people all my life. And I think I got a pretty good handle on it, you know, but, um, our community has issues and things going on in it that is pretty it's pretty it's pretty native to us. Y'all gotta forgive me. This menopause be kicking my behind, and I be getting brain fog. So sometimes that's why I be forgetting words sometimes. So just bear with me, y'all. Um, but yeah, they're pretty native to just us in our community. Not that other people don't do certain stuff like that, but there really are certain things that kind of only happen in the Black community. And so one of those things, the thing that I want to talk about today, is how grown men sexualize little boys. Now, the background to that, the background to grown men sexualizing young boys. Now, this is not the topic that y'all think it is by what I'm saying. This is not the topic. It ain't what it sounds like. So let me go ahead and explain. What I mean by that is I've seen this in person forever. I'm sure you guys have too. Once I fully explain it. I've seen it on TV. I mean, and I know some may say, "Oh, well, that's TV and oh, that's the internet and da da da," but there's a saying that is very true, whether people understand it or not. Art imitates life. It really does. So even things that are going on TV, even things that are going on the internet and everything, it may be outrageous, it might be scripted, it might be, but it's still circumstances that happen in real life that you can equate that to. You know what I'm saying? And this is one, and we see it. So, how many times have you seen a program or seen in person, just in different instances, where there is a older man, stepdad, maybe real dad, uncle, cousin, older, and sometimes when I say older, like I don't necessarily mean an older man, 30s, 40s. It could also be an older teenage boy. Because what I see is that they usually get these little boys somewhere between 10 and 14, 15, maybe something like that. And they start asking them questions. And they start asking them questions, usually when they're alone, because I ain't never seen them, really doing it around women or the little boys' moms or anything like that. But they usually start asking them questions like, "Got a girlfriend? You had you some coochie yet? Did you have you got you some yet? Have you touched a little girl yet? You ain't never. Oh man, you ain't never got." And so usually the little boy is kind of shy, kind of laugh it off and go, they usually say no or whatever. And then that's like the opening for the older, either teenage guy or older man to really start pushing. Oh, well, you need to do this, and you got to touch a little girl. You got, oh, you're a virgin, and you da. And I'll be thinking to myself, like, he's 12. He's 12. He's 11. He's 13. Why wouldn't he at 14 be still a virgin? Like, okay, let me finish building the scene. And so this is something that really has been happening for a very, very long time. And I think people have been okay with it. A lot of women will kind of, trust their men to talk to them about being a man and all that kind of stuff. You know what I always have found funny? Every time we get a man in a boy's life to teach him to be a man, you ever notice, especially in our community, how the only thing he ever teach him is about how to get some sex? How to manipulate a woman, how to talk a girl out of her drawers. Do we ever know? Like, I don't see a lot of these older men trying to, and I'm not talking about today, I'm talking about up through the time. We don't see them trying to teach them how to work on cars or, telling them about the trade, telling them about how to be a husband, how to be respectful, how to, you know, earn a woman's respect, love, and trust by getting a job, by protecting them, learning that they need to be fathers to their children and stay with them. Like those aren't ever the things and conversations that I know of. And I'm not saying none, because I know that there are black men in the community doing those type of things. They got programs that we ain't talking about that. I know that there is, like I keep saying, there's a subset of everything in every community. But it's not overwhelming enough in the black community for this other thing not to be a problem. And the other thing is definitely a huge, overwhelming problem that's overwhelming all of the other good stuff that may be happening. Um, with that being the case, with that being the case, you know, what that does, what that does is you start getting this little guy to think, and you start getting this little man, oh man, well, I do like Keisha in my math class, and man, like she is real pretty, like, maybe I ought to try to touch her butt, or maybe I need to, you know, try to, just do whatever, whatever my big homie telling me to do. Maybe I need to try it a little bit. And these guys, so many of these guys will turn these, and I'll say turn them out. I don't mean necessarily in a homosexual way, but we do know a lot of that happens too. But they will turn them out with women and grown women by a lot of times getting these young guys, these little boys, prostitutes. That's a big thing. By tempting them to touch a girl, or to do other little things with a little girl. And they'll take them, a lot of them will get strippers and so forth and bring them to the house. There was it Boosie? I don't want to be calling out names that, if it didn't happen, but I think that was Boosie or something that had a party a few years ago and brought strippers for his kids, like 15th or 16th or whatever birthday. And so we know that that's a thing. We also know that that's literally child rape. That's literally child molestation, you know. But it shows you the mentality of the men. And what it does, like I keep saying, is that it's not teaching and telling these little boys about respecting women and how to keep your damn hands off of a woman and how you don't touch her unless she tells you or she says it's okay. Like it's not cool to just grope women. It's not cool to, oh, you know what? And this reminds me too. I wasn't even thinking about this while I'm doing the video or when I was thinking about the video, but I saw a video. I think, I forget where I saw that, but it doesn't matter. It was a baby, and this was a little white baby. This little boy might have been two, 1.5, two, something like I don't even know. And there's this woman, a white woman that is like bending over on this counter. Looked like they were at a store. And the little boy's dad was like a little bit ahead. Then the little boy was kind of back there with this woman who clearly was not his mom. And dude, the little boy just rubbing all over the woman's behind, and he just, I mean, he all up in the cranny, and and the woman is just sitting there laughing, allowing him to do it, which is another thing that I don't really understand. I mean, I do get that you don't want to startle the kid, you don't want to yell at him, you don't want to make him, I guess, think you're doing nothing wrong. I guess because see, parenting is different. Parenting and the thought process with children are so different from when I grew up. But I guess you don't want to hurt the kid's feeling, the baby's feelings, or make him cry. So she stood there, took it, and just laughed. And the dad seemed to be a little bit more concerned, like, like, dude, what you over there doing or whatever. But everybody, for the most part, was laughing. Everybody thought it was pretty funny or whatever. A few of the women, including myself, were kind of like, why she standing there? Like, why she ain't like, she ain't even move. Like, she ain't say, try to move his hand or just not even touch his hand, but move out of the way and be like, okay, go whatever with your daddy or just whatever. Gentle parenting is completely different for me, but, so and I'm not even saying that she should have done anything crazy and outrageous. I'm just saying I know my personal reaction would not have been to just stand there and continue to let him grope me and dig all in my crack. And I mean, he a baby, first of all, he don't really know what he's doing, but they still need to know there's certain things that you don't do. And getting back to what I was saying, it puts in the minds of little boys that this is what you do with women. He's a man, he's older. They say this is what I am supposed to be doing at this point in my life. I'm supposed to be trying to kiss a girl. I'm supposed to be seeing a boobie. I need to be asking her, can I see her boobie? I need to be, touching on her when she passed in the hallway. And so why I titled it Grown Men Sexualizing Little Boys, because there's a lot of things that happens in the world and that things that you experience that you can't undo. You ever seen something crazy and be like, oh my God, I can't even unsee that. That's kind of like sexualizing little boys. Once you put that in them, once they get that, once you start talking to them in that type of a way, it starts to put that in their head and in their mind. And then the way you present it and the way that you tell it is in a way that, like, little dude, like, this what you supposed to be doing, and I've even heard where they'll start calling the little guy gay or asking him, is he gay? You like girls, right? Like, yeah, you like no dudes. Like, they will put that shame on them that if that is not what you're doing, like, if that's not what's on your mind at 9 and 10 years old, to be groping women and trying to get sex, there's something wrong with them. There's something's wrong with them. And then they're gonna start having a stigma. Then they're gonna start having, to be teased everywhere they go. You get you some yet? Oh, you ain't got none yet? You ain't talked to that little girl yet? You ain't so and so yet? You ain't kissed her yet? And it's just like, what it does, what it does is it continues the it continues the abuse of women. And I don't mean abuse in that way, but it is abuse it is abuse in a lot of ways. But the disrespect of women, most people don't even look at that as really for real being disrespectful to women. Like, it really does. Like, these guys really think that that's what is supposed to be happening. And so now here we are today, where we're in a society where men feel entitled to women's bodies. Men are really, truly, literally they are on fire right now. They are so angry because women are closing the doors and saying, we're not going to date y'all. We ain't going to have y'all children. We ain't having sex. Like, we done. And you have whole groups of men who are angry because they feel that they are entitled to women's bodies. You are supposed to have sex with us. That's really and truly the design of what God put you here on this earth, is to have sex with me when I want it, as I want it, how I want it, for as long as I have wanted, and to have my babies. Like, that's what y'all here for. What else are y'all here for? Besides cooking, cleaning, serving, and, raising the kids and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah. Y'all here for that too. But do you understand how it breeds a level of not respecting women as people, and not respecting women for literally having minds, and women literally having decisions and plans and thoughts and ideas and creations and all? Like, so many men today will tell, we don't care about your money. We don't care about we don't want to talk to y'all. Y'all talk too much. Y'all nag too much. They don't want to listen to women. They don't want to hear what women have to say. They completely disregard, discount, disqualify anything women have to say, because your job is to be in the home, in the house, cooking, cleaning, taking care of children, making more babies, and having sex with me when I need you to have sex, when I'm not out here screwing everything else, because that's usually what else comes with it. The thing is not, oh, you my wife, you my girlfriend, I'm finna mess with you. No, you're not the only one. See, when these men are trying to school these little young boys and trying to teach them how to be a man, that's what manhood is. They're not teaching them to get one girl and stay with Keisha, the pretty little Keisha in your classroom, whatever. They're not trying to teach them how to be with Keisha until they get after college and then finally get married. Nah. You mess with Keisha, and then there go Trina over there with a big butt, and then there go Monique over there. She got pretty eyes, and there go Latoya over there, and she smells so good, and the other girl, Ramona been looking at you, and so you got to conquer all that. Like, you got to get all of them. You got to get all of them and have sex with them. It's not about monogamy. It's not about take her out somewhere, get to know her mind. Does she make you laugh? Is she funny? Does she even want to be with you? Like, can you respect her opinion? Can you respect her no? Can you respect she don't want to be with you, she don't like you for whatever reason, and not bash the windows out of her car? Like there's another viral video of this dude just literally having a meltdown and bashing this woman's, like, this used to be stuff that you only saw emotional women do. Now, everywhere you look around, you see men doing emotional, childish, and immature things that they used to say, oh, women do that. But now it's not feminine somehow. Somehow now, oh, what you do with that man? Oh, well, she must have said something to that man. That's not even a freaking man. To sit there and be that childish and emotional, to bash out this woman's car windows, back windows, trying to tear the door off and everything else. And she got a kid that she needs to get back and forth to school. And you sat up here like a freaking 3-year-old and did this to this woman's car. This is the kind of stuff that's going on that's okay now. Nobody's challenging their manhood. Nobody is calling them effeminate or anything about the things that they're doing. They're still just saying, oh, well, what she do? What she say to that man? And it's crazy to me, because if a woman was doing that, she would be emotional. How is it that men and women can do emotional things, the same emotional stuff, but the man is justified in doing it and the woman is just emotional? She just emotional. She must have said something to him. And I'm trying to figure out, what on earth could a woman say to a man that would tick him off to the point that he finna do something that crazy? I thought men were logical. I thought men understood that women are just, oh, she just talking. Oh, don't take her serious. She just being emotional. Y'all supposed to be able to what? Just kind of what we say. Why y'all getting so emotional and out of pocket because women are telling you no? See, what's going to happen as I close? What's going to happen with these grown men who don't know a damn thing about how to be men themselves, trying to tell young little boys how to be a man, is that you're doing nothing more than teaching them how to sexualize and objectify women. That's literally what you're doing. Because, like I just said, you're not teaching him that women have brains and you could actually sit down and talk to a woman about good conversations and important stuff. Like, women got some fascinating minds. Or, but she got big titties. That's the only thing I'm worried about. She got a fat ass. And so this cycle just continues of objectifying women, being mad because she don't want to talk to you, being angry, smacking her, punching her, hitting her. Now they got this whole thing now where you got men literally going places and literally, we all grown here, jacking off and coming on women. Happened to one woman in a grocery store. That's the first time I heard it. It was this white woman in a grocery store that she said that happened. And that was so outrageous to me that I really didn't even give that a second thought. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Okay. So I kept on going. A few weeks later, the black man in the dollar store doing it. And I think this young woman might have been Hispanic or something. But he did it to her and on her leg. And this is now a thing where you have grown men sexually assaulting women by not only, I mean, it used to be a theme of, sorry, y'all, I got a gnat in here. It used to be a theme of, if you even touched yourself in front of a woman, like, that was outrageous. It's still outrageous. But now y'all are literally going around not wearing drawers and literally doing the whole act and then putting it on the woman. Like, we are literally in another freaking timeline. I keep saying this, and people, y'all might think I'm being funny, but I'm telling y'all, this is not the world that I grew up in when I was born. The world I was born into, this ain't it. This is not it. We have changed. We are in some other alternate dimension because the things that are going on and that is allowed and that is being normalized is insane. It's insane. 5 years ago, half of the stuff that is normalized and going on now would not have even, it's like, what? Who? And it's happening. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I feel like I'm in the corner pocket of the Twilight Zone. Like I'm in one of them little rooms. You know how the show come on with the door and everything? I'm in one of them alternate reality rooms of the Twilight Zone because the things that I see is insane. But as I say, we got a problem with grown men who sexualize our little boys. This is not, like they love to say, the single mom's fault. Oh, well, he come from a single mom home. Yeah, but women, I don't care how single they are not out here teaching their sons and telling their sons, you need to make sure you touch Keisha butt tomorrow at school. They're not telling their sons that. They're not telling their sons, make sure you get a big handful of her breast when she walk by. Make sure you try to get her in bed by next Thursday. But the men are. The uncles, the daddies, the stepdaddies, the big brothers, the big cousins, the dudes in the neighborhood who everybody looking up to, who don't do nothing but sexualize and hurt women also and treat them like nothing, like they're just sex objects. They're teaching them that. But it's a lie if y'all are trying to say single moms are out here teaching their sons to sexualize women. It ain't too much and nothing gonna make me believe that. I'm not gonna believe that. So y'all can throw that on single mothers all you want. It's you guys. You are the ones who are teaching these little boys how to sexualize and objectify women. If I'm wrong, respectfully leave me a comment and let me know. You guys, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, please, please. Hit all notifications so that you'll know when I upload new videos. You guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, see you next time.